adventures, it's Liam. Just wanted to give you guys a quick walkthrough of the haunt this year. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I will show you guys the facade, then we'll take a quick walk through the haunt. I'll show you all the behind the scenes stuff. So this is the new facade that I built this year. Kind of like a mausoleum crypt type thing. So I've got my mausoleum area here. I just built this out of wood. That's actually a foam trim from Home Depot up at the top. It kept falling down, so I shoddily put it up with some, maybe brutally put it up with some screws. I'll figure out something better for next year to make that stay a little better and not look quite as ugly. Added some names, didn't add as many names as I wanted to my mausoleum crypt, but you know, that's, you know, time, all that nice stuff. I was really happy with the vines. The vines are actually the dead vines of some pumpkins that we tried to grow this year, and they got nasty white fungus all over them. So if you have any idea about how to fix that and get rid of that white fungus, let me know. I'd appreciate it. But little note to self for next year: grow more pumpkins. So even if the vines die, I can use them for set dressing because they looked really cool. So I built this new crypt. And this is actually the entrance in the first room of the haunt. These cool gargoyles I actually borrowed from my friend Justin, so thank you, Justin. He kind of provided some of the inspiration. But yeah, that's the facade, that's the outside. This side of the mausoleum got no love at all, no names at all, so maybe we'll deal with that next year, we'll see. So yeah, had colored lights on the gargoyles. Let's actually walk inside and take a look through. I'll show you what's inside. So this is our the room for the you know, the entrance and the first show. You can see that. I'm gonna post the lights off walkthrough so you can actually see what the show was. Essentially a narration, kind of like my my past intro shows. And you might recognize this guy from 2 years ago. Last time I did a haunt. He actually pops off the wall, kind of like that at the end. So he jumps down and scares people. One of the really cool things that I got this year that I was really happy with is a American DJ flash rope that actually goes off at the end. All the lights go off and the strobes go off, and just the way that it worked with the fog and everything else looked pretty cool. I think it was pretty disorienting. One of the other things I'd point out is I actually got some surveillance cameras this year, so I have internal footage. You've probably seen that on my YouTube channel too. I was hoping to get a few more good scares, but I think I learned kind of like where to put the cameras to get some better angles for scare videos, so we'll work on that for next year. So basically people, you know, came into this room, heard the intro narration, which is again powered by a Prop 2 and an AP16 Plus. They actually are hidden in the corner down there. And so once the narration happened, this guy popped off the wall, and the strobes went off. It was all smoky and dark, and then this door actually opened. It's actually pneumatic. I'll show you what happens at the back here. I've just basically got a bunch of junk now that I'm kind of taking the haunt down, but there's just a cylinder here down at the bottom, and all it does is pulls the door open when it closes. All it is just a rope attached to the door. It actually, I had the PSI turned up a little too high early on Halloween night, and it actually broke the door, but we got that fixed pretty quick, thankfully. And this is the cylinder for the skeleton dropper. So all it is just a hole with a pulley that goes through to the other side of the wall. So when this goes off, cylinders goes up, and the skeleton drops down. So this door would open automatically as part of the narration, and then you go into a I affectionately call this the area that I didn't have enough time to actually complete, but turned into a spiderweb walkway with black lights that you know, everyone seems to like, so that's cool, whatever. Had better plans for this, but that obviously never happened. And then after you walk down here, that actually takes you into our final room. This is another guy that my buddy Justin lent me. This guy being operated upon, which inspired me to kind of put this guy together, who's doing some sort of something to this guy that's probably not very good. When you walk by, sets off a sensor. There's actually a prop 1 and a infrared sensor underneath the table. Sets off a water sprayer that actually comes from here. The water is in this old fog juice bottle that I painted black. And then the solenoid is underneath. I can actually show you. I mean, it's nothing too exciting to see, but prop 1, infrared sensor, and then just a basic 12-volt solenoid, and then also a strobe light that goes off at the same time. So pretty basic, but seemed to get people pretty well, so that was good. Need to adjust the timing a little bit, but again, time was not on my side this year, so we'll try adjusting a little better next year. Skeleton on the wall. I was going to do some more interesting stuff on the wall, but that didn't happen. But the the jute netting works okay. New chandelier that I got from a friend who had taken this down out of their condo. Also have this really cool thing that I love that I don't think too many people actually saw. It's just it's like a rubber thing from a crypt facade that I ended up buying at just a warehouse sale. Really cool though. Over here I have a drop panel. It's actually hidden in the wall. Obviously not very finished, but relatively effective, as drop panels tend to be. Didn't end up using it as much as I would have liked to, but it's nice to have it there. It's kind of fun. Skeleton guy from a couple years ago. You probably recognize the animal skull from my logo, and then just kind of put him on top of a skeleton, very last minute, but it works. Oh, also a surveillance camera up there. Tried to get some of the water spray scares and also the drop panel scares, and then a camera up there as well. And then on your way out, these two guys are on a motion sensor, and they both scream at you as you walk by. So yeah, overall, pretty happy with the haunt considering the amount of time that I had. I think that a majority of my time went to actually building that facade, which I'm really happy with. Definitely using it again next year. Have time to do some touch up and add some names to the crypts. So yeah, definitely happy with how things worked out, and I think I'm in a good position to kind of expand even more next year. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me. Hope you guys had a great Halloween, and we'll talk to you soon with some more videos.